Instagram,
TikTok,
Snapchat.
Twitter.
People consume information from these platforms every day.
But have you ever stopped to wonder how they influence our political opinions?
Let's take a closer look.
With the prevalence of social media, our political opinions have never been further divided. The social media algorithms are feeding us content that is tailored to our own preferences. This means that our own political opinions are being heavily influenced by social media.
But what happens when we are constantly bombarded with these forms of information which shapes the way we see the world, especially when it comes to the particular issue of immigration?
Social media plays a major role in influencing how young people perceive these key political issues.
But how much of this is based on the independent views they hold, and how much of it is based on the algorithms which are pushed by social media?
Today we're taking a closer look at how social media influences young people's opinions on immigration, a topic that has sparked intense debate throughout the globe.
To do this, we are here at the University of Essex, where we shall be speaking to our students on the issue of immigration and whether or not they believe that social media has played a role in shaping their perspective on this said issue. Join us as we dive into this topic and hear directly from the young people here at the University of Essex, as they are at the forefront of today's political landscape.
This is Social Media and Immigration, Shaping Young Minds. Stay with us.
What is political polarization?
Political polarization refers to the growing divide between political beliefs where individuals or groups become more ideologically extreme and less willing to engage with opposing viewpoints.
One of the key drivers behind this shift is the role social media plays in shaping our perspectives, with platforms that prioritize algorithms that encourage echo chambers and selective exposure to information. Social media has significantly impacted how we form and reinforce our own political views.
We'll also touch on the influence of social media on our political landscape. The way we interact with news, opinions, and debates online has profound implications not only on our personal beliefs, but also on our society as a whole.
We're interested in seeing if young people's political opinions are being influenced by social media, so we've decided to interview young people across the University of Essex.
Very good afternoon, my name's Will. We're on the campus of the University of Essex trying to find out if people's immigration policies and immigration views are determined by their social media. I'm here with Xavier.
Ericsson.
Arif, nice to meet you.
Boyang.
Do you think that social media is determining people's immigration stance and what they think about immigration, or do you think people are using traditional news outlets like newspapers?
No, I would be wary of incorporating ideas from social media into my real life because it might be different to my reality.
Well, it's more for 50-50 kind of thing, because I knew by myself already that immigrants are not always favored when leaving the country to explore.
Why I have to move to UK now, right? I will start to compare what I have in Indonesia, because I'm from Indonesia, and I will compare what some influencers say about the US or maybe Australia or maybe somewhere in Europe.
I think it's been determined by social media. A lot of it was all on pretty much like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram and such. That it definitely is influenced. I myself have quite strong opinion based on my own experience. But you know, social media offers a different perspective which I necessarily didn't think about or everything, if that makes sense.
Do you think social media is good or bad for immigration in terms of misinformation?
I think you have to be very cautious because there are a lot of misinformation out there.
I'd say personally it's quite good because it helps to inform the people and let them know what's happening around them. It tells them what policies are.
There's so many places in the UK as well. So I see it depends on the viewer.
Yeah.
It depends on us as the social media users. Do we see both sides, or I just want to see the negative side?
I think it's a bad thing because I think it could foster some nationalist sentiments, especially if you're older and you don't know how to distinguish fake news from, things that are actually factual.
And just finally, in terms of politics in general and political views, do you think that people are now swaying towards only using social media? So we're seeing less, do you think less people using newspapers, traditional news outlets, that kind of thing?
I feel like social media can go too far on things. A bit too far.
Politics is an upside because you would have different opinions other than the mass media like BBC. So I think that's a positive side of it.
Immigration is one of the most divisive topics on social media, particularly on X, formerly known as Twitter. Political influencers from both left and right-wing ideologies use this platform to shape public opinion in their favor. We are now going to look at some of the ways influencers use this platform to express their views on immigration and the wider effect this has on political polarization. Right-wing influencer Tommy Robinson posted material that depicts immigrants, especially of the Islamic faith, as menaces to society. In 2018, he tweeted a video of an East London confrontation, labeling it, "This is what mass immigration has done to working-class communities across our nation." This kind of anti-immigration rhetoric is also being pushed by Reform Party leader Nigel Farage, who consistently presents immigration as a sovereignty issue, stating, "The small boats crisis is out of control. 42,000 have now come this year illegally into the UK. The government has failed completely." In terms of left-wing ideology, MP Diane Abbott has utilized Twitter to link immigration topics to larger systemic matters. For example, tweeting, "The current rhetoric about migrants crossing the channel has everything to do with politics and nothing to do with actual numbers. Net migration is down. What we are seeing is the weaponization of immigration." This was reported on by several news outlets within the UK. Twitter's algorithm undoubtedly amplifies extreme immigration positions, creating cycles of self-reinforcing outrage. A 2021 Stanford Internet Observatory study analyzed 1.4 million immigration-related tweets, finding that those containing dehumanizing language received 67% more algorithmic amplification than postings using neutral terms. The study's authors concluded, platform mechanics directly contribute to immigration polarization by promoting extremity over nuance.